I'm Catherine Brown. I am founder, director and coach in a company called Skilful Limited. I've had lots of changes. I did languages, I did Russian and Spanish as a degree, and I didn't know what to do with those, so I did a law conversion, became a barrister. I was a barrister for 15 years and came to the point where I didn't want to take the next steps in that profession. Left without a plan and have evolved into being a trainer and coach. I think when you're in a job, it's really important to plan so that you can get the best out of you and go as far as you possibly can. But I don't think you have to plan years ahead and put yourself in a box. I think you can do whatever you want to do, really. So a lot of what I do at the moment is work with women building their confidence, and causes me to think about where I found mine, I suppose. I've had a lot of mentors over the years. I've learned to open up about when I need help, and I've learned also that if you think you're the imposter or you're blagging it in your position, then other people will think the same as well. So it's about being open, I think, and learning from those. For me, my mentors were senior people in the barristers' chambers I was in, mostly, who had their own problems. They'd been ahead of me, I suppose, in the generation which wasn't supposed to leave the bar to have babies or do any of that stuff, or have career breaks, or do less than 80 hours a week. And I think they'd learned from their mistakes, and I was able to learn from theirs as well. The advice I would give to somebody who doesn't quite know what they want to do or doesn't know if they can do the plan that they have is to research, first of all, find out about it, look into it, but look into it with a degree of self-belief. Give yourself the belief you can do it, the fake it till you make it, I suppose. Do it anyway. One thing I have learned is that you can almost always correct mistakes. The things you think are going to go wrong don't turn out to be catastrophic mistakes. You can come back from them, and you can get so much further if you're willing to make those mistakes. My advice in having the difficult conversations is to be very clear about what you want before you do it. Too many people, I think, go into it thinking, I just want to be heard, but unless you've got a proper goal and objective, you won't know when the conversation's finished. So be clear about that from the start and plan it. I think a lot of people who look like they are breezing through life, like successful people who turn up and do things on the spur of the moment, are actually planning, and they're thinking through what they want to ask for, they're thinking through how to ask for it, and then they're putting that plan into action. So the advice I would have for people is don't think you can achieve everything without effort. I think a lot of the people who look like they are effortlessly speaking or presenting or running teams are actually working very hard behind the scenes. There's that duck analogy, isn't there, about paddling furiously under the water and being serene on the outside. You might not always manage the serenity on the outside or the calm or the peace, but you absolutely need to recognise that you need to put the effort in. Quite a few role models, I think, growing up. I was very focused on wanting a career that was fun. So actually, in terms of television-based lawyers, there were lots of those. I was a big fan of a quite old programme now called This Life, and I wanted to have a fun career, one that allowed my personality to come out, and in real life, probably teachers. Actually, I can think of 2 languages teachers who were fantastic role models in building confidence. For me, I think we have too long separated the work and the personal, and certainly when I was growing up, it was very much in work you must be professional, outside is outside. I think if you deny who you are in large parts for vast percentages of the week, I think bad things can happen. I think it can really cause inner conflict, which nobody needs more of. So I think it's really important. One of the pieces of advice I was given when I first started at the bar was to absolutely be yourself, because it's too exhausting to be anybody else, but be the best version. Be not the party version necessarily, but still be you.